Good morning, Dream Team. I'm a little late, sorry, and I can't get my thing to stand up straight, so just bear with me. But hello, I am Rachel Mitchell, and I have been on the Dream Team since August of 2014. So my first summit, I just barely missed. Honestly, don't know that I would have gone that first year anyways, because probably like a lot of you guys, I had those early feelings as a coach of, am I even going to stick with this? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this just going to be like, I get my Shakeology paid for and I'm out? So very early on as a coach, I didn't really know what I was doing with this. I was just posting and doing what Melanie told me to, and just day to day. But so by the time 2015 rolled around and Summit came, like I had hit Diamond. I was hitting Success Club every month. I was a little bit more confident, but I still didn't have like a team, and I didn't really know anybody from the Dream Team aside from our training. So I almost didn't go to Summit that year because I really didn't know a lot of people, but I just pulled up my big girl pants, said, Melanie was like, you got to go. I went, never met her before. I had total she was like celebrity status to me, and it was just very weird and very awkward, but at the same time, it was very good, because what happened that first year at Summit was that I really got to meet a lot of people, and I'll never forget, and we can't really do that this year, but I still don't want you to check out when I say this. I couldn't really, I'll never forget that someone gave me the advice of talk to everybody that you meet, make new friends, and just talk to people about coaching, share struggles, share what's working, and it was really cool to go and to realize that there were all these other coaches out there just like me. There weren't just like elite coaches or just premier coaches. There were coaches at the beginning of their business. There were coaches in the middle of their business. There were coaches who had been coaches since the beginning, and they didn't even make certain things a goal anymore. They were just rocking along doing something they loved. And what really opened my eyes that first year with it was that there were all different types of coaches, okay? There are people who just run challenge groups. There are people who just recruit. There are people who do both and they balance it. There are people who, make Elite a goal every year, and then there are people who don't, and they're crushing it and making all kinds of money and have a great team. So one of the things that first year and every year since then that Summit has really reminded me of is that we're all different. We're all different. We all have different goals. We all have different bodies. We all have different purposes. We all have different visions for our team, and that's good. If we all were cookie cutter and we all had the same goals and we all looked the same and we all, ran our businesses the same, then we would miss out on serving different groups of people. And I'm a believer, I'm a person of faith, and I believe that each of us has a very specific purpose here given to us by God. And Summit just always reminds me that I am different. I don't want to fit in. I don't want to do my business like everybody else does. We all have a different purpose, and it's really cool to see it being played out and lived out in so many different lives. So that was one of the first things that I remember from that first, second, third Summit. Second thing is that you really get a chance to hear from corporate. So this year, you're not going to miss out on that. You are going to we'll have an opening ceremony Thursday night, we'll have a closing ceremony Saturday night, and you will hear some trainings through the Beachbody Champions page. Now, I was just I didn't really know much about Beachbody until my first or second year. I was just using the products, doing the stuff. I was in Melanie's trainings. But when I really got to hear from corporate, when they stood on stage and they talked about new programs or products, I'll never forget that first year. One of the speakers told us that, your family comes first. Before your goals, before the income, whatever, make your family a priority and your business will grow, right? And I just really loved that. And I appreciated that because I have two boys, and at the time they were a lot smaller. And so to be told by the company that I was working for to put my family first, to put my marriage first, that was a really cool thing for me. So, and at every event I've been to since that first Summit, including leadership, including new the new leadership conference in LA, and the leadership conference in Phoenix, and just anything I've been to where corporate has been at. It's always been an opportunity to hear from the people who lead this company. And if that's not important to you, then it needs to be, because you got to know what your company is based on. You got to know what it's founded on. And hearing from these corporate people at events, especially Summit, really opens your eyes to say, hey, I really love this company. Like, it's not just about health and fitness. They're really about promoting the whole self, like the whole being healthy from the inside out, right? And I always tell people it's not a faith-based company, but a lot of the qualities, a lot of the things that they stand for fall in line with what I believe as a Christian. And so like that was really cool for me to hear too. So this week, I'm encouraging you, don't just skip the trainings. Don't just skip the celebration nights. Don't skip that stuff because you're not there in person. Get on there. Get on there with your team. Get on there with your spouse. Get on there and listen to what these people who are leading this awesome company that you work for or work with, really, listen to what they have to say and let that fuel your fire. They are never, ever, they never stop. You know, the people that work for Team Beachbody at the corporate offices, they are always working hard to make our businesses better. They're always giving us new products, new programs, new trainings, and they work really hard so that we can be our best as coaches. And that's important for me to communicate with you guys. Obviously, the big group workouts are incredible. Like the super workout on Saturday is just amazing. And again, we can't be there in person, but we still have the opportunity to work out with the trainers, to do the Saturday workout as a team, as a dream team. And community is everything in this business. You are never alone unless you choose to be, right? And so whether it is doing a Zoom workout or whether it's working out in person at the actual event, whether it is sitting in a training with a group of other people virtually or at Summit next year, please God, let us all be there together. You are never alone. And I love the community that Team Beachbody is, and getting to Summit and being able to participate, whether it's virtually because of COVID this year or next year when we do get to actually physically go. Look around you. Look at the faces that you get to see. Look at the women, the men, the transformations. Like, you guys, celebrate other people. Don't just make this business about you, but be ready to lift up another coach and celebrate them. And even if they're doing something harder and faster and maybe a little bit better than you, like, that's how you grow as a coach and as a leader and as a learner, as a student. You learn from other people. So celebrate the community that we have as Team Beachbody. Come together. Let's make Summit incredible. Please, please listen to the trainings. There will be trainings in the Beachbody Champions page. There are trainings for elite coaches. There are trainings at all different levels, and I always walked away with a notebook. Whenever I would go to Summit physically, I would always take a notebook, something like this, and it would come home filled with things, with ideas, with concepts, okay? Here's the last thing, that the best way that Summit is going to change your business, change your life, is that if you don't just come home, take this notebook filled with ideas that you get from the trainings and set it down. Instead, you have to pick it up when you get home. You have to sort. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be overwhelmed if you do listen to all the trainings and hear all the other coaches and their stories. But if you come home and you sort through it, you look through it, you pull some things out that you know you can implement right away and take action, then your business will change, okay? And that applies to a team call. That applies to, you know, like a special training call. That applies to attending Summit or anything. Don't just collect the information that you get. Come home, sift through it, say, what can I implement right now that's going to move my business forward, and take action, all right? Because I guarantee you that if you listen to these trainings and you listen to these speakers this week, you're going to come home with lots of ideas and things that you can do, but you can't do them all, right? You can't do them all, but choose a couple of things that you can do right away, and then set goals and plan for the future to implement some other things that you can do down the line, all right? So Summit is important. Summit is incredibly important. It is one of the best things that you can do for your business. So if you, obviously we can't go this year, but if you go, like if you're a new coach and you have the opportunity to hit Success Starters, you better dadgum do it, all right? Success Starters is hitting Success Club 3 out of your 6 your first 6 months as a coach, you got to lock that in. That's 9 people, you guys. You know 9 people who can join the challenge group, okay? So lock that in. If you have already missed that opportunity, they will release tickets for next year, probably this week, that you can buy your ticket for next year. Buy it. Buy it. Save some money, even if you have to wait a week or two, or even if you have to wait a month. Put some money back. Buy your ticket. Plan to go. Shack up with some other coaches so it cuts the cost in half. Whatever you got to do, you have to get to Summit. And this year is no different. Just because we're not there, like physically, you have to listen to the trainings. If you want to grow a business, I don't care if it's part-time, full-time, if you want to blow it out of the water, you got to participate. You got to take advantage of what Team Beachbody is giving us and offering us, because they don't just do it for looks and for show. It's for you. And it will change your business. All right. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, ask me. I know we got some other speakers who are going to share as well. And we are here. We're rooting for you, and hope it's a great week. And I can't wait to see you on some of the things that we're doing together later this week. All right. Bye.